Good evening, Mr. Basil. How are we doing?
Very well. How are you, Alex?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. Right. Interesting choice this week. So, what do you have?
Yeah, we went for a film called The Trip, which is a Norwegian film on Netflix. And it's kind of like focuses on a couple who are, I think dysfunctional is probably one of the best words to use, as the relationship
or hate each other.
Well.
Hate each other,
yeah. And you see this in the first 5 minutes of the film. So they end up going away on this night in Norway. They end up going away to this nice like log cabin, which the husband's dad built to kind of like rekindle things, and it slowly descends into chaos. It's quite clear from the outset that the gentleman in the film, Lars, is he's planning to kill his wife, and very, very quickly you find out that also the wife, who, what's her name again, Alex, if you can remind me?
Lisa, maybe?
Lisa, that's it, well remembered. Yeah, Lisa is also planning to kill Lars as well, and you find it all out. And,
dark comedy, definitely the premise of dark comedy.
Definitely, and believe it or not, that's not the craziest thing in the film, because you know that in itself is mad, but it just descends into chaos from there without spoiling anything more. But yeah, like she's a failing actress, and he directs like kind of cheesy soap operas. So that's probably how they met, and they've got failing careers, both of them, and they're just nagging at each other now. But yeah, very funny, very violent, and very in your face, and yeah, very Norwegian. So what did you think, Alex?
Correct. Yeah, very IKEA like clean and crisp.
Yeah, it's like IKEA is Swedish, isn't it? Isn't IKEA Swedish?
Yeah. Well,
but she's Swedish. Lisa's Swedish, isn't
exactly. She? One of them is Swedish and the other one is Norwegian, because there is that.
There's a few jokes in there about the Swedes versus
and there's a few
Norwegian,
jokes about it. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I mean, okay, so it is a dark comedy, and it is a fairly predictable plot, to be honest. Go on a cabin, they hate each other, they try to kill each other, but stuff happens pretty soon, pretty fast, that just turns everything upside down. The actress is Noomi Rapace from Prometheus, Alien. Did you pick up on that?
I didn't pick up on it, but now you say it. Yeah, okay.
That's her. So she's a very good actress. I always liked her. She was in the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series in the Swedish version. It's a really good series of crime books. But yeah, no, I like the fact that it's surprising, and I also like the fact that it doesn't joke, it gets to the point quick, and I also like the little snippets of backstory that you have from what's happened a few hours ago. Did you pick up on that?
Yeah, it's happened several times in the film, didn't it? Where you know, some big shocker, some big plot twist would come in, and then it says a few hours earlier or 6 hours prior to this, and that happened quite a few times, didn't it?
Yeah, but what did you thought of the violence? Were you expecting that?
I mean, it doesn't beat around the bush, does it? You see quite a lot, to be truthfully honest with you. And I think towards the end of the film, if I had like one complaint, it might have been a little bit overdone towards the end of the film. I think like the last half an hour especially, like the violence almost started to get comical. It was so gruesome. Yes. Do you know what I mean? It's like up until the last half an hour, it's like every scene that something quite horrific happens, and quite a lot of the time there's some pretty brutal fight scenes. Correct. It was like, you know, you're wincing, you're like, oh, bloody hell. But like the last half an hour is like when people were getting their legs broken or their nose smashed off, it's like, it was almost just funny. You know, and I think that's what the film was trying to achieve. I don't think it was trying to be anything else. You know, whatever it was trying to achieve, it did.
Yeah. I think that towards the end, that slapstick violence, and it was almost slapstick, because, I mean, there's this, one of the villains is massive, and when he punches her, is like she should have knocked her off, like blackout altogether.
As well.
It's like they're not joking around.
There was a lot of it was a bit like when you're watching these you know, like a James Bond film, and it's like there's some fight scene that's going on for 15 minutes, and you think towards the end of it, like, how is one of them not unconscious at this point, you know? But you know, like I say, you know, it was still all good, and I like even the dialogue as well. Like there's some really cutting lines for insulting, especially, you know, Lars and Lisa in the beginning. The dialogue is really brutal. Never
Correct.
mind the violence about each other's lives, to the point where it's like, I think we can all relate to it because we all know a couple that are like this. You know what I mean? And that's just funny as well, you know.
So for I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, how predictable was it for you?
I mean, I know what you mean. It's like that. The cabin in the woods kind
scenario.
of archetype and scenario is overdone. But I didn't once think at any point I've seen this sort of thing before. The plot twists and the changes in dynamic of a storyline was all surprising to me, and I enjoyed it. So I didn't think predictability was a bad thing in this film. I don't think that it was predictable. Did you think that was an element that was a little bit cringe, or?
No. They're not. I mean, I knew exactly. I watched the trailer before that, so I knew exactly what I was going into. I knew that this is the genre of, in the woods. To people who knows what's going to happen, but there's a clue in the first 10 minutes that literally tells you, sort of makes you expect the big revelation that once they get there and try to kill each other, and they get. But that's why I thought, I don't know if you picked it up, but I don't want to spoil that because that's going to spoil the whole thing. But I like like you said, the actual dialogue, the chemistry between them, or lack of chemistry, let's say, between them, and the way that changes and evolves during the film. I like that, even though
because it's believable, isn't it? As believable as far-fetched as the violence and the story is, the relationship between them two from start to finish, how it changes and the dynamic of it is believable, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's totally opposite from the beginning. So the point where they were in the beginning of the film in the relationship, literally from south to north changes drastically, but the events in the middle are massively life-changing also.
Yeah, and you do think if someone experienced what they did, they would probably come out of it as a team. You know what I mean?
For sure. Good.
Would you describe this film as a Sunday viewing film, or is that a bit like too much criticism?
Yeah. Sunday.
No disrespect to it, but it's like a Sunday film.
It is a good Sunday film. It's not a slasher film, so it's not overdoing it with the limbs flying and chops and stuff like that. It is violent, but it's not overdoing it, so compared to other crappy films out there that abuse that. So definitely a Sunday film, and definitely know what to expect, because if you do, you will be surprised, because it's not following the tropes of genre films. So what's The Trip? The Trip is called. Is on Netflix.
2-hour runtime, worth your time.
Cool beans, sir. All right, talk to you later.
Okay. Take care, Alex. Bye.
See you later. Bye.